I met this guy in Vegas and he was my Uber driver. He was super cute. I was like, you can look me up on social media if you want to reach out. We should go grab a drink. 20 minutes later, I get a DM from him. His Instagram stories, he is all about carbs. You know.
Yay, carbs.
Love them.
Are you sure you can move to LA like still eating carbohydrates?
Oh my God. I could, it's going to be tough. You know, I'll just go gluten-free, right? That's the whole thing.
Gross. I was talking to someone earlier today and they're sick and I'm like, you need some matzo ball soup. And they're like, that would be amazing, but I'm gluten-free. I'm like, but it's matzo ball soup.
I know.
You're sick. You need this.
Right. I like chicken pho when I'm sick.
Oh, that's also a solid move.
Make it really spicy with sriracha and hoisin sauce.
Oh yeah. No, I nuke my sinuses when I'm sick with.
Oh, same.
I was just like, yeah. It's just reddish.
Yeah. You know what's really good when you're sick is just like garlic. Just straight garlic. Like just eat a garlic clove.
The old-timey remedies.
I know. They work though.
I know.
There's a reason why they're so popular.
Well, yeah, because back in those days, fucking you didn't get healthy, you died.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then your parents had like 10 more kids to replace you.
Exactly. Yeah. Hey, somebody's got to run the farm.
Right. Cheers. Good to see you, Jordan.
Cheers. Good to see you.
I think it's been like a year since we see each other in person. Like, I think the last time I saw you was AVN last year.
Yeah, totally.
You go this year?
I did go this year. I was there. I was signing Thursday and Friday. And then I got sick. Speaking of gluten, I think I might be gluten intolerant. I'm not sure.
Oh, no.
But I got sick on Saturday because I had like, Porta subs, just like, it's like a Jimmy John's, a Jersey Mike's, basic sandwich spot. I don't know what it was, but something with the bread probably. I like got just a crazy stomach ache. I ended up just laying on the couch at the condo where I was staying and I watched a live stream of the awards. So, which was kind of a bummer because I got nominated this year. So I was kind of excited to go and do the red carpet and all that, but it just didn't work out that way.
It's a bummer.
Yeah.
Because as much as Peter Warren doesn't want to hear it, the red carpet's the most important part.
Right. Yeah. I want to get on Getty Images. That's
right?
a big deal.
It is. There's a stupid picture of me dressed as a rabbi there. So
nice.
Yeah, from the 18 awards where when I was nominated, like I'm the lead picture in one of the galleries.
Oh, that's funny. That's awesome.
Didn't win, but
Hey, yeah. I didn't win either, but I was nominated, so
it's an honor to be nominated.
It's an honor to be nominated. And it was a fan voted award. So like knowing that my fans like put in like the requests and then they put in the votes, like that means a lot. You know?
Definitely.
It's like, okay, I'm doing something right. People like me.
Like, we like to fap to you.
Yeah, perfect. That's what I'm here for.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, you're not here right now for that.
No.
Not
Right now, I'm here to drink.
That'd be really awkward.
Drink and chat, yeah.
Sorry, Jordan, real quick. Real awkward.
Real quick, I'll be right back.
Like, not that kind of podcast.
No. There are podcasts like that, but this is not one of them.
I know. Well, I've voiced my displeasure with the podcasts that have sex scenes attached to them being in the podcast category. Because it's like, you're a sex scene with a podcast setup.
Right.
Like, have your own, be in like a boy-girl collab scene or some shit.
Right.
Like that.
Yeah. It doesn't make sense, I don't think. Yeah.
And it's just like, leave the podcasting to those of us that are just doing the podcast.
Yeah, totally. Agree.
But AVN doesn't agree with me, even though I fucking called Peter out on it.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Win some, lose some.
Well, I will probably continue to lose some as long as I'm not fucking people as part of the podcast.
Yeah. Fair.
Which is fine. I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it.
I don't blame you. It's a lot of work. It's hard work.
I know. There's a reason I've never wanted the fucking job.
Yeah.
Like, not once. There's never been a time where like, yeah, I want to be male talent. Like, no.
Yeah. No, it's tough to be male talent.
I know.
Like, I'm not a male, but like working with male talent, I can, I hear their struggles. I hear their, challenges that they go through. And
we've all been on set on the day where like they're just in the corner fucking jerking it. Like, come on.
Yeah, like just like getting like almost violent with it. That sounds terrible, but they're like, come on.
I know everyone wants to go home.
Right. Yeah.
It's just such a silly business we work in sometimes.
I love it though.
Oh yeah.
It's silly, it's fun, it's good times, it feels good. We're doing good.
Yeah, exactly. We're helping people.
Exactly. I think so too.
The Twitter comments will say otherwise, but fuck them.
Yeah. Those aren't the people we're helping.
No, those are the people that are living sad lives.
Exactly.
So what have you been up to? Like, it's been like, I think a year and a half since you were last on.
Yeah, it's been a while.
And it's been a year since I've fucking seen you. So
I know. I've been still residing out in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
yay.
The weather actually in Minnesota right now is better than the weather here.
For the next day.
For the next day or two. But it's been it's like 50 degrees and sunny in Minnesota. And here right now, we're in the middle of this winter severe storm, whatever.
Okay, so we get like one or two of these every couple of years.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Right. No, it's not a big deal. At least I know how to drive in it.
Yeah, but no one else does.
Other people on the road. It's a little scary out there, but no, still residing in Minneapolis, Minnesota. I have plans to relocate out here this summer, spring, summer.
I know.
So that's exciting. I'm still trying to figure that all out. It's February now?
Yes.
My lease in Minneapolis is up in May, towards the end of May. So I'm coming back out in the middle of April to look for to actually look at apartments. I'm going to come out here for 2, 3, 4 days. I'm bringing my dad with me, which is really exciting.
Nice.
Because he's a fun guy. I like him. He's my dad. He's got to protect his little girl, make sure I don't get in with a slumlord or something, Well,
best of luck to you on that.
Thank you. Yeah, no, but no, it should be a good little trip. He has only been out to LA one time when I graduated college, because I went to college out here. And then we flew out here because I was living here and I had to fly home and I left my car out here. So we had to fly back and then drive my car back to Minnesota. But my friends are in bands. I love music and they're playing at the Wiltern. Have you been at that venue?
Oh, of course.
I love that venue. But they're playing at the Wiltern while we're going to be in town. So I hit up my friend Nick. He's in a band called Bayside. It's Bayside, Finch, and Armor for Sleep. I don't know if you're familiar with the emos of the emo of the early 2000s. So it's going to be a throwback show. But I hit up my friend Nick. I'm like, hey, my dad and I are going to be in town for the show. Can we come? He's like, yeah, you guys should definitely come. So I'm going to take my dad to a show in LA and know all the band guys and be all cool. And hopefully he enjoys it as much as I will.
Well, if not, he'll suffer through it.
Yeah, he already did my high school years listening to it through the door, through the walls. He'll be like, oh yeah, that sounds familiar.
Find himself singing along. He's like, why do I know this?
Right, exactly.
Oh no, the Wiltern's a great venue. I saw Faith No More there.
Awesome.
I saw At the Gates there.
Ooh.
I believe your earlier collab partner was there that night with me too. So
probably, yeah.
I think I'm trying to alcohol haze.
Yeah.
Which of the porno metalheads were there?
Right, yeah. Yeah. So that sounds like a show he'd be at.
Yeah, I'm almost positive Chad was there.
Yeah.
It was just it's a great venue. I love that fucking venue.
Yeah, he's the best. Did I talk about this last time? Chad, Alva, and I go way back to high school. Yeah. He's been the homie since we were in high school. He used to be in a band. He used to be in a couple bands. But I used to go see that, he was in a band called Nehemiah. He was in, I think he was in Bury Your Dead, maybe. I don't know.
Was he?
No, that's not the one. I think he toured with them, though.
Yeah,
I think Nehemiah was the big one that he was in. But I love seeing him. I love hanging out with him. I just love that dude. He's such a good dude.
Well, yeah, I think we may have talked about, off mic when you were here last time. It was, all the people that we knew from, the Midwest.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's oh, yeah, fucking... ran into a lot of the same circles in Chicago and didn't.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Mm-hmm.
It's oh, how the fuck did we not know each other from Chicago?
Right, wild.
Small fucking world.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you decided on LA because I know last time you were like thinking Vegas.
I was thinking Vegas, but I am just, because I was like, oh, Vegas is less expensive. It's more budget friendly, blah, 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 blah. But like, fuck it. Just go big, go all out. Like the money I would be saving by living in Vegas, I would probably be spending on traveling to LA back and forth anyways. So, just from a logical standpoint, I'm like, okay, money. And then from like my emotional standpoint, I'm like, I love LA.
Well, and as much as like Vegas is cheaper.
Yeah.
Like for living, it's just not, you can't compare the two.
Right.
I lived in Vegas for a couple of years and it's just like, it's a shit town to meet new people in.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. Like I am lucky. I danced there at the Spearmint Rhino in 2019. I was going back and forth between Minneapolis and Vegas to dance at the Rhino. So I have like a solid crew of like a few girlfriends, couple guy friends. Like I've got like a clique. But yeah, just trying to meet new people. It's tough. And like, 'cause everybody's a party promoter. Everybody.
Or they're a drug dealer. Or both.
Yeah.
Or both.
Yeah. But it's always like, oh yeah, we can hang out. Here's my flyer. Come to this party. I'm like, oh no, like, okay.
Well, and for me, when I was there, I found that like people were either cliquish or transient. Like
right.
They were cliquish because they expected you to be transient, or they were just gone. Like,
yeah.
Like, oh, hey, where did that person?
Right.
Or nothing like going out to a bar and like clicking with someone and being like, oh, you're a tourist. Fuck.
Right. Yeah.
Fucking worst.
I know. So I'm single and I was on like the dating apps while I was in Vegas.
Oh, the worst. The fucking worst.
Yeah. For AVN. And I was like just, scrolling through, swiping through. And I was just like, this is weird vibes. Like, it's like, okay, this guy's from Cleveland. Okay, this guy's from Anchorage. Like, this guy's from Tulsa. Like, nobody lives here on the dating apps. It's all just like they're looking for like a quick hookup off the strip, And which I'm not, sometimes it's fun.
But not do that organically.
But organically, yeah, don't like plan it out on a dating app. That's weird.
Right? Like it's one thing to meet someone in a bar and be like, hey, we hit it off. Let's rub genitals.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a whole nother thing like, so I swiped right. We're both tourists. I guess we'll meet at a circle bar somewhere.
Right.
Like that's fucking weird.
It's weird. Yeah, let's meet at a bar and then like we'll go up to my room. And it's like, okay, I get it. Like blah.
Blah.
I don't know. I'm not impressed with the dating apps lately.
Oh, they're fucking hell.
Yeah, I hate them. I'm on Raya, which is like the best one. I think so. I hope I don't get kicked off for like saying that I'm on it. It's like a little secret society of
people talk about
celebrities.
Raya.
Okay, yeah. But Raya's probably the one where I've had like the best luck with meeting cool people.
Well, I understand that because it's invite fucking only.
Yeah, it's invite only, and it's like mostly like people in like the creative industries, like actors, musicians, athletes, stuff like that. So like they get what I do for work and they see it like, oh, it's just a job. And like, because a lot of times, especially dating out in Minneapolis.
Oh God.
Nightmare. I like get fetishized. Like it's gross. They're like, what do you do for work? I'm like, I do porn. And they're like, oh, fuck, that's so hot. I bet you're horny all the time. I'm like, unmatched. Like, bro, really? Calm down. Like, yes, I am horny all the time, but that has nothing to do with my job.
Well, and on top of it, it's like, yeah, I might be horny all the time, but you also have to deal with the reality of I'm going to come home from work possibly with a tear and want to relax and not fuck you immediately.
Right. Yeah. Like, I don't know. Like, yeah, I'm a huge slut and a whore, but treat me like a lady. Buy me dinner first. Take me shopping.
What is the dinner that you want? I'm curious. Like, what?
Not like Applebee's. Maybe like a step above Applebee's.
Olive Garden?
Like, come
on, unlimited breadsticks. Come on, we were talking about you want them carbs.
I love the carbs. Yeah, you can't go wrong with unlimited breadsticks. No, there's a really good restaurant in Minneapolis that's a really good date spot called Bar La Grassa. It's an Italian restaurant. They've got some of the best pastas. I love going there. When I'm in LA, I don't know, I'll go. I like trying new places, and there's always new restaurants to try out here.
Because so many of them fail.
Yeah. Oh my God. I saw that article. Like 65 restaurants closed down last year.
Yep.
What a bummer.
I know. Some of the places I actually liked were like.
Have you heard of Sweet Lady Jane?
Yeah.
The bakery, they closed down.
What?
Yeah. The triple berry cake. That was like my favorite cake ever. I was like, I want that for my wedding if I get married. But I was like, I want that to be at least a birthday cake.
Right.
But now they're closed forever. And I'm like hoping one of the disgruntled employees like releases the recipe online.
It's like, gonna have to go through LinkedIn and see who like worked there.
Right, exactly.
Just DM slide them on LinkedIn like, yo, how much for that recipe?
Exactly. Yo, can I get that recipe? How much you want for it?
Yo, hook it up. Please just hook it up.
I need
Life
it.
or death.
It's literally, you've had that cake, right? Yeah. It's literally like crack. It's so good. Not that I know what crack is like because I've never done crack, but from what I've heard.
I mean, life's short. You can still do crack.
That's true. There's time.
There is time. I'm sure you can find some here in LA. Some organically sourced crack.
Some organically sourced crack. Yeah.
Then again, fucking around with powders these days seems to be killing a lot of fucking people. So.
It's so scary. It's really scary. I don't understand. Maybe this is an ignorant take, but I don't understand why the drug dealers are cutting their drugs with fentanyl because, like, don't you want your customers to come back and, like, not die?
So there's complicated theories on that shit.
Okay.
I don't know if it's a conspiracy theory or something I just fucking heard, but it's like China is cutting some of the coke with fentanyl just to, like, kind of have a weird war with the U.S. because most of the fentanyl's coming out of China.
Okay.
The other theory is like, fentanyl's more addictive than coke, so
okay,
you have a higher chance of addicting your clientele.
Mm.
I don't fucking know, and
I don't get it. Yeah,
I feel like that shit probably happens like 2-3 steps above the people that are actually buying from. So your dealer doesn't even know if they're giving you bad shit.
Right? It's crazy. Yeah, they just need to. I think if they decriminalized all the drugs, it would make things safer. Not legalize necessarily, but decriminalize them. So if you get caught up in an overdose, you're not scared to get help. You know?
Yeah. I mean, fucking just full on legalize it. Like, how much tax money is being left on the fucking table?
That's true. Plus, it'd be cleaner. It'd be safer. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look at how medical marijuana has fucking changed.
Oh, totally.
Yeah, you're old enough to remember buying drugs like marijuana illegally, right?
Oh my God, yeah, in like Ziploc bags outside of like the grocery store, the movie store, the movie rental store parking lot, out of my friend's like trunk. Yeah.
Right. Like stems and seeds and other fucking trash.
Yeah, now I like hit my vape pen in a Target and like nobody looks twice. I'm like, okay, cool.
Right. And when you do get buds, it's like, oh, that is a fucking tight, like fucking genetically modified fucking.
Right, yeah. No, I love me some weed. When I was in Vegas, I went to Yardine and I stocked up. So I'm doing well in that department.
Is it still not like fully legal in Minnesota?
So we did legalize recreational this summer, but because of like permits and zoning, they're not going to have any dispensaries until like 25, 26.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So, but like, it's funny because like the bill originally that legalized edibles, it only legalized edibles. So like, yeah, so like gummies or Jolly Rancher type, or like seltzers, we have so many breweries in Minnesota that all the breweries are doing THC seltzers now. Like they have like whole flights of like 4 different flavor of seltzers with like different strains, But yeah, like there's like no regulation onto where you can or cannot buy. So like literally I go to the vintage store down the street from my place and they've got like edibles at the counter, like little chocolates, like wrapped up real cute, like homemade. It's adorable. And like my friend Kirsten, she's an awesome massage therapist. She sells edibles at the front of her little it's the Wild West right now as far as edibles go.
Oh, and edibles could be the fucking devil.
Oh,
it's like
100%.
No, you take a gummy bear's foot and all of a sudden you're seeing God.
Yeah, it's wild.
And California passed laws where like so many milligrams in the edibles now, but like back when it was the Wild West, it's just like, yeah, that's a 1,400 milligram gummy.
Right, I know. Back when I lived here, I used to live here in LA 2010 to 2013. I had the worst edible experience of my life. I was actually up the street at UCB, Upright Citizens Brigade Theater, and my friend gave me a Jolly Rancher. I knew it was an edible. I did not know that it was 100 milligram edible.
Oh God.
So like, yeah, you're supposed to like break it and just eat a little bit at a time. Like it's a Jolly Rancher, like whatever. So I'm in the theater watching an improv show, and like all the guys on the stage are guys that I've seen on TV. Like they're on the TV shows and stuff, and they just, do this to like hone their craft. They do it for fun. So I'm sitting in my seat and I'm like totally in the zone, and like my brain convinced me I was watching TV at home. Because these guys in front of me, I'm like, oh, they were on the TV show The League. They were, stuff like that. So I decide to lean back and like kick my leg up. And I like totally nailed the dude in front of me, and he turns around. He's like, hey, I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do that. It was an accident. All of a sudden, like I look around, I'm like, I'm not at home. The walls start closing in on me, and I'm just like, I have to get out of here. So like I left like halfway through the show, like just like head down. Like I was putting like my hair in front of my face so like people couldn't see I was so embarrassed. And then I went home, passed out, woke up the next day, still high, had to go to therapy, went to therapy high as fuck. Just like, what do you want to talk about today? I don't know. Everything's great. Like, I'm not having any problems. It was so bad.
And for the audience who's never been to UCB in LA, it's a small room.
It's very small.
It is not a large theater. Like, if you get up in the middle of a show, everyone will fucking see you.
Yeah, there's maybe like 50, 75 seats?
Yeah, if that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a great little comedy club. Highly recommend stopping by for improv, sketch comedy, whatever, when you're in town. It's on this cute little block. There's a little restaurant bar called Birds. Is Birds still there?
Oh, it's still there.
And then what's the one on the other side?
There's La Poubelle.
La Poubelle, yes. Can't go wrong. Super fun.
Yeah, Franklin Village is rad.
Yeah, make a little night of it. Yeah.
Maybe run into some celebrity who came down from the hills to drink.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, edibles are the fucking devil.
Yeah.
Like, I've told this story on air before, but like, quick and dirty, a buddy of mine brought some edibles down when we were down in Colombia. He's like, I test drove these in the States, they're fine. I lost a whole fucking night to that shit.
Oh my God.
Like one fucking gummy, I'm just like, I can't get off
the
fucking couch.
Yeah. Where's the remote?
Like, I'm in another country. I should be out doing stuff.
Yeah.
But no.
I can't move.
I can't. Me and THC don't get along very well in the first place. So.
Really? How do you feel about shrooms? I feel like shrooms are really having a moment right now.
Oh, I actually just did about 2 grams on Sunday night.
Nice.
So I have a reliable delivery source in town now.
Wonderful.
Do you need that once we get off air?
Possibly. I just microdose.
Oh, there's some micros.
I've never fully tripped.
What?
I've never done a full trip. No.
Why not?
Because I've been happy with my microdosing.
But macrodosing is so much fun.
I'll try it sometime.
I mean, if you need a Sherpa to macrodose with, I will macrodose with you.
Okay.
When you get back.
I have enough like chocolates and capsules that I could macrodose. But I prefer to microdose and just, get a little pep in my step and
no, there's absolutely nothing wrong with it.
Get my stuff done for the day and then be all happy, smiley, and nice to people, which is opposite of how I usually am.
Fair.
Yeah.
But doing like a bigger dose is like, it's like doing a hard fucking reset.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's just like, for me, I really enjoy, 2 grams isn't even like a big, I normally will do an eighth at a time.
Okay.
Like, so 2 grams is like a nice happy trip. And it's just like fucking hyper focused on the movie I was watching.
Uh-huh.
It was great. It was just like, oh, it was a vacation in my mind.
Yeah.
You know how it goes. It's like being a content creator. It's like, there's always social media to respond to. There's like, I get this post up, did I respond to this stuff?
Right. I'm glued to my phone 24/8. Yeah.
Exactly. So it's just like, oh, no. I got a blanket. I just sat on the couch. I watched a fucking movie.
Cozy.
Yeah, exactly. I'm fucking like cozy.
Cozy mode.
And just completely like disconnected from all my fucking responsibilities for a couple hours.
Love that.
It's like, I'm not.
Self-care. Yeah, that's self-care.
Oh, 100%. But it was just like hitting a reset switch on just being fucking stressed out. Like, I hate to admit this, like, at time of recording, my birthday is on Friday.
Okay.
And my birthday party has been stressing me the fuck out.
Birthday parties aren't supposed to stress you out. It's supposed to like be exciting and have a good time. Like you're supposed to look forward to it.
I mean, I am now that we have a venue, but like,
Good.
We didn't have a venue up until a week ago.
Mm-mm.
And this shit's been, announced for a couple of weeks. It's like the multiple venues and just, I've had a couple shit birthdays in a row and it's just like, I'd like to have a good one with a bunch of people I like and have fun. And it's like, oh, well, if we don't have a place to fucking do this.
Right. No, it's hard. I'm moving out here to LA. I'm trying to put together like a going away party. And I don't know where to do it. Cause like, first of all, I don't want to spend like an arm and a leg renting a room because that's money I could be spending on moving. And but like, okay, so it's gonna be like a whole thing because I have a friend who's a home brewer. So we're doing a collaboration beer.
Nice.
Jordan Maxx and Boxcar Brewing. We're doing a collaboration beer that we're gonna release at the party and sell at the party. Well, legally we can't sell it. We can take donations for it. So, like have, a keg or two of the beer and, have some growlers for people to take home.
You're like, we're not selling beer. We're selling solo cups.
Yeah, exactly. We're selling an experience.
Right.
Yeah.
That experience just happens to come with a bunch of fucking beer.
Right. No, I'm really excited about it. I think it'll be really fun. My graphic designer made I'll show you the label. It's so cute.
Nice.
Because as we were speaking earlier, I'm a cat advocate. I love cats. I love the safety and well-being of cats. And I volunteer with a kitten rescue back in Minnesota. So what we're going to do, since we can't sell it, we're going to take the donations and give the donations to the cat rescue. And we're going to have kittens at the party.
That's awesome.
Isn't that awesome? Like, don't you like just...
As long as no one has allergies, that's awesome.
That's true. Yeah. I mean, I'll make it clear when I make the invite. I've still got a couple months to go. But I'm so excited. I'm going to have, like, my friend's going to DJ. There's going to be, like, little, like, you can pet kittens. You can play with kittens in the corner. You sign up for a time slot. It's going to be great. And then you drink the beer that we brewed. I'm going to have some, like, super fun, like, home brewing in lingerie content on my OnlyFans coming up.
Nice.
I'm bottling the beer in, like, lingerie. It's going to be great.
This is not safe attire for this.
No. It's all for show. No. It's all,
That's awesome. I just had a vision. Like, I know this is completely unrealistic, but like, St. Bernards with their barrels of alcohol around their neck.
Yes.
I had a vision of like kittens with little beer like barrels around their neck.
Oh my God.
I know it would never work, but
no, absolutely not. No.
Hilarious thought.
So fun. I was watching a show on History Channel the other day. It was called like The Unbelievable, hosted by Dan Aykroyd. Like, okay, random. But it was about how the CIA spent $20 million, I believe it was during the Cold War.
Of course it was.
To train a cat to be a spy. And they like trained the cat and all of this, it was responding to, they had a mic on the cat, like a wire on the cat. And the cat's very first mission, they throw the cat out of the CIA van, and he gets hit by a car.
Oh, that money just out the fucking window.
So goodbye, $20 million. R.I.P. that cat, first of all. But second of all, they like and then like in all their paperwork and their dossier, they were like, cats cannot be trained. Like, no, you guys messed up. But cats are cool. We don't have to train cats.
No,
they can do whatever the fuck they want.
I mean, they are little murder machines. If they were larger, they would definitely kill us all.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. What do you think tigers are, dude? Like, yeah.
Well, every time like you watch the wildlife footage and tigers are purring, and it's just like, oh, you're just a big cat.
Yeah.
And you're just not dependent on us for food. So you will murder us.
Exactly.
That's the only reason the house cats don't murder us. So like, they're not big enough and they want food from us.
They're hungry, yeah. I read that they domesticated themselves, by the way.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah, they just like, a cat just walked into a house and was like, I live here now.
I mean, wolves becoming dogs pretty much went the same way.
Same thing, yeah.
It's like, oh, you got food? I'll be cool.
Yeah, let's chill.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Trust me, I'm your best friend. Your best friend. Yeah.
I'm your best friend. I love you.
I love you. I get so excited when you're around.
Yeah.
Please feed me.
Please feed me. Throw the ball.
Right.
I'll bring it back. Give me a treat.
I am primarily a dog person, but
yeah,
like
I like dogs too. Don't get me wrong.
It's just one of those things. Like I think it's kind of inhumane to have a dog in like a space like this.
I agree. I mean, you could get like a small, like a less than 20-pound dog, but you don't want a little barky dog, a little yappy guy.
Can you imagine me, my little fucking Shih Tzu?
Oh my God, just carrying him around like, hello.
This is Prince.
Oh, this is Prince.
Yeah, nah.
What a good name.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Got to treat him like royalty if I'm carrying him around everywhere.
Of course. Get a little pillow with little tassels on the corners.
Yeah, not doing it.
A velvet.
I want a dog I can fucking roughhouse with a little bit.
For sure. What kind of, have you had dogs in the past?
Not since I was like a small child.
Oh, okay.
I've been a urban apartment dweller since like the late 80s.
Okay.
Like my parents haven't had a house since like 80s, 88.
Okay.
Maybe 87. So that's the last time like had a dog.
Yeah.
And that was a golden retriever.
Oh.
Yeah.
I love a golden. They're so sweet.
Yeah, absolute fucking sweetheart. But
yeah.
It's like, since I've lived in apartments my whole life, so it's just like, no, I don't want to have a dog in an apartment.
That's fair. Totally fair. Yeah. I used to foster dogs before I started fostering kittens exclusively because like I love dogs. It's not their fault, but when you get a rescue dog, it can be such a crapshoot of their behaviors and just their attitude. Like so I used to live in a high-rise apartment downtown Minneapolis, like right across the street from US Bank Stadium where the Vikings play and Taylor Swift. Had to throw that in there.
Right.
But I had this gorgeous dog, German Shepherd mix, like just beautiful. Her name was Electra. She was a sweetheart. She was terrified of the elevator. She's like a 50-pound dog, terrified of the elevator, would not, like, I would like pick her up in my arms and like try to go in the elevator and she'd just like do this, like, get me out of that. And she'd bark and whine and cry. And so for the 4 months that I had her, I had to go up and down 8 flights of stairs 3-4 times a day. Like my butt looked so good.
Why'd you get rid of her?
I know, right? She got adopted. She found her forever home.
But you could have been like, my ass looks great and I have a dog. Like,
I know.
You fucked up, Jordan.
I fucked up.
You fucked up.
Next time, I'll like specifically go to a shelter and be like, hey, do you have any dogs that are afraid of elevators?
Just traumatize the dog about that.
Yeah. Just
be a horrible person. Be like, we're going to traumatize the dog about the elevator just to make my ass look better.
Yeah, exactly.
Or you could just go to the stairs on your own and not traumatize the dog. I guess that could be a solution too.
Yeah.
I guess.
Not as fun. No, I'm just kidding.
It's much more fun to traumatize. Oh, that's going to be a soundbite someone takes out of context. Fuck.
No.
No one's going to do that.
No one would ever do that.
No.
I'm on my second bottle of wine. Well.
Slacker.
I had one I pre-gamed before I got here.
Like, I'm going to see Matt. I need to start drinking before I
had
get
one
there.
of these with my baked potato dinner. I'm in like one of those extended stay hotels, so I've got like a full kitchen. I bought groceries. So I'm like in there like cooking up baked potatoes. I've got like apples and peanut butter and more. Do you know about pickle roll-ups?
I have no idea what the fuck that is.
You're Midwest? How do you not know? Okay.
I don't know.
Let me put you on.
Okay.
Also known as Minnesota sushi. You take like a slice of ham.
Okay.
And then you spread cream cheese on the ham. Trust me. And then you put a pickle and then you roll it all up and you like cut it into quarters. And it looks like a sushi roll, but it's pickle, cream cheese, and ham. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the only, like
that's a Minnesota thing, I think.
Because you're from Chicago. Yeah. Okay. Nobody brought those to like the cookouts. Nobody brought those to like the church like meats.
No. Well, I'm being a Jew. No one's bringing ham.
Oh, that's right. Oh, I forgot. Okay. Good point.
Oh no, I love pork. Don't get it.
Okay.
I love fucking pork. Like,
yeah.
I grew up Reform. I ate pork a lot.
Okay.
But generally still people don't really bring in the pork to the official religious dinners.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
No one's like, we got
potlucks.
We got this spiral ham for Passover. Like that doesn't quite work.
Doesn't make sense. Yeah.
It doesn't happen.
No. I forgot you were Jewish. I love that.
How could you forget I'm Jewish?
I don't know. I just forgot.
Nose, curly hair.
Well, you're wearing a hat, so I can't see your hair.
Oh,
there it is.
Yeah, like you have I can't believe you've never seen like a picture of me like at like old school metalhead when I had long hair.
You'll have to show me.
I will. Like when it was down to my back, it was definitely like curls down.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Pickle roll-ups. If you're out there listening, try them out. Let me know what you think.
What kind of pickle are you using with that?
Like a baby dill.
Okay.
Yeah. Not like a sweet, hot, like just your classic dill.
Okay.
Yeah. I promise it's good.
I'm not
keto-friendly snack. High in protein, low in calories. If you're,
Except for like the ham part, you're selling all the Angelinos on that shit.
Yeah, exactly, right?
The minute they're like, well, actually, there's dairy in it too, so.
Yeah, that's true.
All the Angelinos are like, keto and, there's dairy and there's meat. I can't do it.
There's no gluten, though.
So you got one of the food groups knocked off. Like,
yeah, exactly. No, it's a great depression meal. If you're too sad to like make an actual meal, just eat a couple of those. You're filled up for the night. You're fine.
I thought that's what bagel bites are for.
Oh God, bagel bites are so good.
They are.
Do you like pizza rolls better than? What do you think are better, pizza rolls?
Bagel bites all day.
Bagel bites. Yeah.
Bagel bites all day.
Yeah, you gotta do them in the toaster oven.
Oh yeah,
oven though. You can't do like the pizza rolls in the You can't do them in the microwave because they get weird and soggy.
Well, and also pizza rolls in the microwave come out like fucking lava.
Yeah, it's true.
Like you can eat a bagel bite a couple seconds after it comes out of the microwave. Bite into a fucking pizza roll, it's just like fucking. Oh God, my fucking mouth.
Right, you're done for.
You're fucking done.
Right, you're like.
And thankfully
you do this like you like. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like.
Oh yeah.
It's like in your mouth. You can't spit it out, but you're like trying to breathe through it.
I'm a fat dude. Yeah, I have definitely eaten fucking hot things before I should have.
Yeah,
many, many, many times in my life. Like the roof of my mouth is just all scar tissue. It's just like, you'd think fucking almost 43 years on the planet, I'd learn. I don't.
No.
Just fucking going for it. Like I'm hungry now. Fuck.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a fucking pizza puff though? You lived in Chicago.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking Harold's on fucking Hollywood Boulevard has them.
No way, really?
Yeah.
Ooh. Gonna have to stop by there before I leave. I'm here for 2 weeks.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Why did we rush this fucking podcast?
I don't know. We didn't have to. You just wanted to meet tonight, so I was like, okay.
Well, you were just like, I didn't realize you were here for 2 weeks. I thought you were here for like a couple days, and you were like, who wants to do a podcast? I'm like, I just had a cancellation. Come on in.
Oh, yeah. It's cool.
Oh, no. I'm happy to have you on it. It's been too long. It's one of those like, I understand why you have a heart out, but it's like, oh, man, you have a heart out.
I know.
It's okay.
It's okay. No, man, I love Chicago. I don't, sacrilegious to say, but I prefer thin crust Chicago pizza.
Yeah, like any real person who lives in Chicago.
Okay, good. Okay, I'm glad. Okay, yeah. The deep dish is for the tourists.
I do eat it.
That shit's lasagna.
I do eat it. I do. And
yeah.
I've probably eaten more of it living on the West Coast than I ever did living in Chicago.
Really?
Because it's just like, oh man, I'm a little homesick. There's a place in Echo Park that does legit deep dish.
Okay. Do you guys have a Giordano's out here?
No.
Because we have Giordano's in Minneapolis now. You got like 2 of them.
Ooh.
Sorry.
There's one in Vegas too.
Oh, that's right. There is. Yep. On the strip.
Yeah, but it's on the fucking strip. So it's just like.
Oh, it's like, what's the point?
No.
I think you can order. Have you heard of this app called Gold Belly?
Mm-hmm.
I think you can order from there and have it shipped here, and then you just.
You can do that with Lil Malnati's also.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, grabbing my vape. Can I vape in
Yeah,
here?
go for it.
Cool.
But there's a place in Echo Park that does legit deep dish, but there's also a Gino's East in the Valley that does fucking tavern style.
Ooh.
So you can get the actual square cut fucking thin.
That's my favorite. I love it.
Oh, I'll run up to the Valley just for that shit because there's nowhere else in town that does it.
Yeah. How far is that from your birthday venue?
5 minutes.
Hell yeah.
Like it's.
I know what I'm getting you for a gift.
Just bringing me a pizza to the bar.
Bringing you a pizza. They let me in with it.
I don't see why they wouldn't.
That's true.
It's a dive bar.
I'll just put some candles on it and be like, it's a birthday cake. It's a birthday pizza.
Yeah, because it's at Coldwater and Riverside. And like,
oh, okay.
Yeah, like a couple miles from. I know this will not come out in time for my people to crash the birthday party, but I still don't want to say it on it.
Right. I get it. Yeah.
A lot of industry talent going to be there. So it's like, even after the fact, like, don't want people being weird.
No, absolutely. Yeah. I wish at AVN, and I don't want this to get me, I don't want this opinion to get me canceled, but I wish there were more parties that were industry only.
There used to be. That
weren't open to the fans, because I didn't go to the white party because I heard because after being at the expo all day, having your smile on 12 for all the fans. Don't get me wrong. I love meeting my fans. I love making new friends, making new fans, but it gets a little exhausting after a while.
It's still work.
It's working.
Still work.
You're working. So I think if they had an industry, you have to have an exhibitor pass to get in. It'd be great for networking. It'd be great. Yeah. But these parties, even the award shows open to fans,
Well, and it used to be years ago when they first started doing the white party, because this is the 10th anniversary of the white party, right?
Oh, was it? Okay.
I think so. Yeah, I was at AVN for the first one. And the first year, it was definitely an industry-only party.
Okay.
I believe the first year was an invite-only industry party. It wasn't even oh, this is just open to industry. It's because the first white party was put on by LA Direct and the other agencies.
Yeah.
And your agent had to get you in.
Okay. Yeah.
Not that I've ever gone to one of the white parties, but I definitely wasn't invited those first years.
Right.
And I'm not a civilian.
No, absolutely not.
So it's it was definitely an industry fucking event.
Okay, got it.
But most things, it's money.
Yeah.
The fans pay a lot of fucking money to be at the white party.
Yeah. Good for them though.
Is it?
Gotta support.
Well, yeah, but the problem is the money's not going into your pocket or other talent's pocket. It's going into AVN's pocket. And I understand AVN has to pay for all this shit.
Yeah.
But maybe next year someone can throw a fucking industry only party. But there's only so many nights, and how are you gonna drag people away from the white party or some of the other bigger parties?
Right. No, that makes sense.
Be this is the industry only cocktail night.
Right. Did you hear that Flava Flav showed up at one of the parties out in Vegas for the AVNs?
I did not, but not surprising.
I was so upset because I was supposed to go to that party, but I didn't because I was lazy. I want to kick myself now that I didn't go because, okay, I'm a huge Swiftie. Taylor Swift is my number one. Flava Flav also loves Taylor Swift. Has friendship bracelets. She sends him cardigans. Their TikToks are wild. They took a picture together at the Grammys the other night. It's so cute. I'm oh my God, I love it. I would have just been so let's talk Taylor. Let's exchange friendship bracelets. Come on, Flav. Let's do that. I love that man. Actually, I have had a run-in with Flava Flav before. He was in Minnesota one time when I was dancing at a club called the Seville. I think he had a show at the casino or something, and we were open late, so he came up. He's friends with the owner, and it was the best thing ever. He just went into the DJ booth, grabbed the mic, and starts announcing the girls that are going to go on stage. Yo, it's Flav. Next up, we got Butterfly. She's going to be shaking it for ya. Make sure you throw your dollars. in that classic flay. Oh my God, it was so like,
yeah, boy.
Like hearing him say like, next up is Jordan. I was like, my time has come. I've made it. This is the best thing ever. It was one of the funnest nights at the club. We got a selfie. It was great. Very nice guy.
And never got cast on Flavor of Love. Bummer.
I know. I was like 8 when that show came out.
No,
I was not. What year did that show come out? Because I watched it. New York and Pumpkin, battle for the ages. You were either Team New York or Team Pumpkin. I couldn't tell you who else is on the show.
First season was 2006.
So 2006. I was 20, 21.
Yeah, I'm like,
okay. I was like 8. No,
like Jordan. I mean, we could put the illusion for the internet, but I know how old you actually are. I'm like,
I'm sure there are girls in the industry who were 8 in 2006.
Oh no, there were girls that like weren't born in 2006.
Right.
You can be 18 now and be born in 2006. Well, later this year, but there are people that were still in diapers.
Yeah.
In 2006.
Wild.
I know.
But yeah, I love some Flavor Flav. I love some Taylor Swift. Don't get me started on Taylor Swift. Don't get me started.
Oh, she's been catching some shit about like dissing Celine Dion.
I know. I feel bad about that because here in my opinion, Celine Dion, she has like stiff person syndrome or something. She has like a very so I don't feel like Taylor dissed her as much as she didn't know how to react. Like she wasn't sure because there's pictures of them backstage afterwards hugging, plus like it was chaos on stage. Taylor's friends were up there and I don't know. I feel like the internet kind of blew that out of proportion.
Of course they did.
They always do. They blow everything out of proportion.
That's the internet's job.
For clicks.
Well, it's for clicks. It's for sad motherfuckers that got nothing better going on in their life.
Yeah, that too.
That's all it really is. Sad motherfuckers who just don't have shit else going on in their fucking life. They're just like, I'm going to talk shit about something I barely have an idea about.
Yeah, it's the worst. It's like, you don't have to say something for everything. Sometimes you can just shut up.
But, they got nothing better going on.
Yeah, that's true. They got to get hobbies that aren't being on the internet. Yeah, do cross stitch. That's what I do. I do cross stitch, embroidery.
Masturbate. Go play video games. Do something, anything else.
Go pick up archery.
No, we don't want to arm these people.
No, that's true. I got asked on a first date this week. The guy was like, hey, do you want to go to the range? I was like, what's a range? He was like, well, they have guns there, but I like to shoot arrows. I was like an archery range? He's like, yeah, do you want to come with me? I was like, on a first date? He's like, yeah, it'll be fun. I'm like, thanks for the invite, but I'll pass. See,
I have definitely taken people on a first date to the gun range.
Have you?
Oh, yeah.
How does it go? Do you get a second date?
Yes.
Okay.
The reason is, one, as a dude, it's like, oh, I'm confident. I know.
Okay.
And it's generally, for most women, a unique experience.
Yeah.
It's a unique first date.
No, see, I'm all about unique first dates. I'm all about first dates that are like an event. Not be all end all, super impressive. But don't ask me to coffee. Don't ask me to happy hour. Don't ask me to dinner unless it's like an experience, like a pre-fee menu or something.
Or there's all you can eat breadsticks, but
yeah, that too. But I'm getting so bored with
Then why'd you say no to the range?
'Cause it's scary. What if he just decides to he turns 90 degrees, 45 degrees, and he decides to shoot an arrow
on camera with a lot of witnesses.
I guess, but
you're much more likely to get murdered. I mean, hopefully not at all, but you're much more likely to get murdered in the car or in between venues instead of a well-lit place with a lot of fucking witnesses.
That's fair. Part of me doesn't want to do it because I feel like I'd be bad at it. And I don't want to embarrass myself that badly.
Yeah, but it's your first time doing it, right?
Yeah.
So why would you be embarrassed? And that's the other reason, it's a cool, as someone who has a bunch of firearms experience, that's why it was also a cool first date. It's I can help you, guide you through this.
Okay. Yeah.
It's always, the couple times I've done it have been successful. The only time it didn't go successfully is like the sound of the firearm is just like set off her anxiety. And she's like, no,
yeah.
I can't. She was down until like, boom. And she's like, nope.
Yeah.
Big nopes.
Right. Like, okay, maybe I'll give him a chance then.
You should.
Maybe I'll reach back out and be like, hey, I've been thinking.
I was convinced.
Yeah. You know, it would be a sick first date. You've seen the movie Men in Black, right?
You want to be brainalized?
Well, yeah, no. But you know the test where Will Smith is like running through and and he has to shoot, like you have to shoot the aliens. Like
a tactical course?
Yeah, that would be sick. Like, I mean, that's basically laser tag.
Yeah, except, when you do them in real life, it's with real bullets and shit.
Ooh. Paintball.
Yeah, but that's not nearly as fun. Like, you never saw, like, Keanu preparing for fucking John Wick where he was doing a 3-gun shoot on a tactical range?
No. I haven't seen I've seen 5 minutes of the first John Wick, and then I started hooking up with the guy I was watching it with, so.
As you do.
Sorry.
I mean, I don't think he's upset about it.
He's not. He's great. It's like our little inside joke now. Like, hey, you want to come over and watch John Wick?
Right, so
it's fine. I'm like,
it's fine. It's absolutely fine.
I'm like, there's 4 of them, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. No, but he's like legitimately into John Wick. Like that's like probably his favorite movie franchise. I'm not going to lie. This dude's hot. He's smart. He's funny. He checks all the boxes. We were at a bar and like a John Wick commercial came on TV. And I was like, oh, I haven't seen it. He's like, you haven't seen any of the John Wick movies? I was like, no. He's like, I've got them all. I was like, let's go back to your place and watch one. He's like, okay. I was like, okay, sweet. So I kind of like manipulated that. But
I don't know why you would need to.
I didn't want to be too obvious. I didn't want to seem too disparate.
No dude in the history of the world has ever been like, so back to my place for movies after the bar and been like, oh yeah, we're just going to actually watch movies. No, not once in the history of the world has that ever happened.
True. Yeah, no, it's like our inside joke now though. I love it. We're actually going to a Timberwolves game next week together.
Aw.
Yeah, I'm excited. Timberwolves versus the Clippers.
Are you bummed that you're going to be leaving this behind?
I don't know.
Ooh.
I don't know. What?
Well, because, if you're doing this on the regular, like you're moving out to LA, you're going to be leaving him behind.
Oh, no, he lives here.
Oh, he lives here.
He lives here.
Oh, I thought this was in Minnesota.
Oh, no, I got no hoes in Minnesota. There's nobody for me in Minnesota.
Oh, see, I misunderstood. I thought this was.
Oh, no, he lives out here in LA.
Oh, yeah. Then you're not leaving Shipyard. You're coming to it.
Coming through it. He's a great guy, stand-up guy. He's got a real cute dog. I like him a lot. He's nice.
Awesome.
Yeah. So
you have shit to look forward to when you get here.
Absolutely. I'm excited. My dating life is so much better out here than in Minnesota.
I wonder why.
I mean, there's just more people out here for starters.
Well, and your profession is a
little bit more acceptable.
Yeah.
Everyone in Minnesota on the dating apps that's my age is like divorced with kids, which no shade. That's how the cookie crumbles, but that's not what I'm looking for.
No.
Here, there's plenty of guys my age who've never been married and have no kids.
Oh, yeah, because this is Never Neverland.
I know, I love it. Peter Pan syndrome out here.
Right? I'm turning 43 this week, and it's like, oh, this is not weird at all that I am single, have a roommate.
Yeah.
It's like, this is just life in LA. Back in Chicago, people would be like, what the fuck, dude?
Like, get your life together.
What's wrong with you?
Right. No, I get that question all the time in Minnesota on the dating apps. They're like, so you're 37, you've never been married, you have no kids. What's your problem? I'm like, nothing. It just never appealed to me. I like enjoying my life. Like, I don't know. I like going out and doing things and having no one to answer to.
Right? That's fucking awesome.
Right. The only thing I have to worry about is getting home to feed the foster kittens.
And this is why I have no animals, because I don't have to worry about that.
But it's also a real good scapegoat when you're on a bad date. Oh, I gotta go. I gotta feed the foster kittens. I'm sorry.
See, I'll just tell people I'm not feeling it and leave.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I went on a date recently in Minnesota with this guy, and we were chatting on the app. And then we decided to meet up. And first of all, we decided to meet up at a bar. And
you're breaking your own rules.
Well, this was before I set this rule. Because, and it was...
Is this the reason you set this rule?
Kind of, yes. Because it was a new bar that I hadn't been to before.
Okay.
It was like brand new, 2 weeks open. I Uber to the bar because I'm not sure how much I'm going to be drinking that night. So I want to be safe. So I Uber to the bar. My Uber gets me there like 10, 15 minutes before we're supposed to meet. I walk into the bar to scope it out. He's already sitting at the bar halfway through a beer. I see your face. You're kind of like, do you think that's weird or not weird?
Not weird. I mean, it's a beer.
Okay,
a beer.
But I don't know how many he had before that.
Well, when you interacted with him, did he seem drunk?
A little bit, yes.
Okay, that's a problem.
So anyways, I literally was on this date for 45 minutes before I pulled the I gotta go and feed the foster kittens card because he did not ask me a single question. Not, how was getting here? How are you? How was your day? How was your week? No, nothing. He just started talking about himself, talking about his day. And if I wasn't asking him questions, he was not speaking.
Well, that's just shit social skills.
It was the worst. It was the worst date of my life.
Well, I'm not to fucking justify for this dude, but he was probably nervous and he was probably trying to sell himself to you.
That's fair. However, he spent a lot of time talking about his ex-girlfriend.
Well, that's what?
Who broke up with him 3 years earlier.
I'm surprised you lasted 45 minutes.
Yeah. And yeah.
Like, who does that?
It was, yeah.
Who?
He was, because he did ask me one question. He was like, he was like, how long has it been since you've been in a relationship? And I was like, I haven't been, my last boyfriend, it's been like 3 years. Cause like my last boyfriend, we broke up in December 2020. And he was like, yeah, me too. And then he goes into the whole sob story about how his girlfriend and him were living together. And then like she had eczema and like Minnesota weather's really bad for eczema because it's dry and cold and blah, 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 blah. And her sister lived in Florida. So she bought a one-way ticket to Florida, broke up with him, and he's like not over it. Like, and the way I knew he wasn't over it was because like 45 minutes into the date, I'm like, I forgot to feed the kittens. I gotta go feed the kittens. I'm like, I gotta call the Uber. So he's waiting for me outside with the Uber and there's a bar across the street. And he's like, have you ever been to that bar across the street? And I was like, yeah, but I don't like it because I got really bad food poisoning there. So I don't like to go there. And he's like, yeah, I don't like that bar either because my ex-girlfriend cheated on me with a line cook. Like, is this a competition, bro? No? Okay. But you're also bringing up your ex again.
You want to know how I know he's not over it? That you know this information.
Right.
Like, who the fuck brings up their any traumatic relationship on a first date? Why would...
Right. I mean, the way that my last relationship ended in 2020, not super traumatic, but kind of traumatic. But I didn't bring that up. I was just like, yeah, we've been broken up since December 2020. Haven't been in anything serious really since then. But he went into details and like there were like story arcs and I was just like, nope, can't do this.
Well, but on the first date, there's no reason to be bringing up past relationships at fucking all.
Right. I agree.
Like, you and I are here. We're here to try to get to know if we're remotely compatible.
Right.
Our past traumas and shit, that's down the road if we make it past this point.
Right.
This is best foot forward territory.
Yeah. But also, in those 45 minutes, okay, didn't even bring this part up. In those 45 minutes, I had one espresso martini. He had that beer he was drinking before I got there. Then he ordered an espresso martini, and we both had espresso martinis. Then he finished his way faster than I did. He ordered an old-fashioned. And then he ordered another beer. So he had 4 drinks in 45 minutes.
Solid work.
Like, proud of you, guy, but you're not putting your best foot forward for a date.
Well, did he at least ask you if you wanted something on every round?
No.
Well, that's the fucked up part.
That's fucked up. I mean, I was like, I still had my drink. Obviously, I was sipping. And I was
but you asked.
Tea party. Yeah.
You fucking ask.
Yeah. But then when it came time to pay.
You wanted to go half?
He wanted the bill separate, so he would pay for his and I would pay for mine. I was like, you asked me here. You asked me to come to get drinks with you. Why am I paying $13? Like, you can't afford $13, $15 for one drink. Why am I here?
Well, maybe. Yeah. He realized this wasn't going anywhere either. And he's like, I'm going to save $13.
That's fair.
He was like, she's bailing after 45 minutes. She is not into me. I at least going to save $13 on this shit.
That's fair. Anyways, I pretended like I didn't have my wallet with me. I was like, oh, I only have Apple Pay, and the bar didn't take Apple Pay, so I'm going to pay for it.
If he was a smart dude, he'd be like, I do.
Yeah.
But obviously, he's not a smart dude. He's talking about his fucking ex. We've all had messy breakups.
Yeah.
You won't fucking know about him until down the road.
Right.
Maybe.
Right. Yeah. Like when you're having like a heart-to-heart or something, you know?
Right. Or you're just like, how have you been single so long? Well, let me tell you why.
Let me share with you.
Let me show you why I've been single so long. But on a first date, my first date rules is like, especially, it depends if I'm going on a first date with someone in the industry or not.
Okay.
Because if I'm going on a first date with a civilian, I'm very upfront about all the industry shit.
No, me too.
Because I would rather just have the trash say itself out if they're not about that life.
Absolutely. I tell everyone straight up, they ask me what I do for work. I'm like, I do porn.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
I am too old at this point to like feel the need that I have to hard sell myself.
Yeah, same.
If you're about it, cool. If you're not about it, cool.
Right. Right.
If I have to hard sell you on like, this is where you want to be, I'm not going to feel good about it.
No, definitely not.
I'm not a used car. Oh, I mean, I might be a used car, but I'm not going to be a used car salesman trying to sell myself.
Fair. Totally. 100%. I spent too many years in the strip club selling myself to dudes who I would never look at in real life. I'm overselling. I'm like, what you see is what you get.
Yeah.
Do you like me or no? Circle one, yes or no?
Right. And
I'm like, no, you know what I mean though.
100%.
Yeah.
And I really wish like the one shit part about dating in LA is people play fucking games.
Oh, the worst.
The fucking worst.
Oh my God. Oh my God, my old boss, because I used to live out here and I worked out here. My old boss like posted a picture with this cute guy on his Instagram. So I messaged my boss. I was like, hey, that guy's really cute. Is he single? 10 minutes later, my boss messages me back. He's like, yeah, he's single and he wants to meet you. I'm like, oh my God, exciting. So I'm like, have him DM me. So he DMs me. We message morning through night for like 2 days. And then I give him my number. We text message morning through night, 2 days. And then we FaceTime for like an hour. And then he's like, and then the next day, he's like, I'm like, hey, what's up? How's your day? He's like, oh, it's a good day. I'm hanging out with family. He sends me a selfie of him with his mom.
Aw.
Okay. And then I'm like, what are you doing tonight? And he goes, oh, I'm going on a date. Wish me luck. And I was like, what? Excuse me, huh? Like, okay. He's like, yeah. He's like, it's a first date. He's like, I hope it goes well. I'll text you tomorrow. I'm like, okay. The text the next day never comes. 2 days later, I text him. I'm like, wow, must have been a really good date. Like, kind of bitter. Like, just, like, what the fuck? And he's like, yeah, the date went really well. It ended up lasting 2 days. And I'm just like, okay. And he's like, but I still think you're a really cool person and you have good vibes and I want to build a friendship with you. And I was like, no, what you want to do is keep me on the back burner in case this doesn't work out with this girl. And he's like, you know what? You're right. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, because if you wanted to be a friend, you would have texted me when you said you would text me, and you didn't.
Well, yeah. And also, you weren't friends previous. You got into this under the expectation of this is romantically involved.
Right.
Like
I don't tell people, oh, that guy's cute. I want to be friends with him. No, that guy's cute. I want him on top of me.
You can be on top of him too.
That too. You
don't have to just lie there, Jordan. I know.
Sorry, I'm a pillow princess.
I know you're off camera and you're like, nah, I don't want to put in work. But
no, I put in the work.
I don't know.
You don't know.
I have no clue. I have no frame of reference, Jordan.
That's fair.
I will just have to take your word for it.
Yeah. But yeah, can you believe that? It was crazy. And then I asked him, so my old boss has like an art show coming up. And so I asked him, I was like, hey, do you want to go to this art show? Like, do you want to go to the art show with me as friends? Like, because he's like, I want to build a friendship with you. I'm like, hey, let's go do this thing as friends.
Wait a minute, you called him out on putting you on the back burner and you're still entertaining this shit?
Just because I'm bored. But anyway,
I mean, we are friends. You could just call me and we could do stuff. Like,
okay, do you want to go to the art show with me?
When is it?
Saturday the 10th.
I have a party. What time?
No, I thought your party was the 9th.
My party's the 9th.
Oh, you have a different party?
I have a different party.
Oh.
What time is the art show?
Like 7 to 10.
Yeah, I will go to the art show with you, and then I'll drag you to my friend's birthday party.
Okay.
Done.
Deal. So yeah, no, but I was like, okay, you want to be friends? Let's do a friend thing. He's like, oh, I can't go to the art show with you. He's like, it wouldn't be fair to the girl I'm seeing. He's like,
then you're not friends.
That's what I'm saying. He's like, we're not exclusive, but I still feel a loyalty to her. I'm like, okay, bye.
Yeah, you're not friends.
No.
You are not friends in any way, fucking shape, or form at that point.
No.
If I was in a relationship with someone and you were like, hey, Matt, do you want to go to an art show? I'd be like, yeah, I'm going to the art show.
Yeah.
And if my significant other had problems with me going to an art show with a friend,
right,
we got a problem.
Yeah.
This is not going to work.
Mm-mm.
For fuck's sake, I have performers in my apartment multiple times a week at times. Like, if you're going to get upset about me going to a public place with a performer friend of mine, this is never going to work.
Right.
Where the fuck is the trust?
Right. Trust is everything.
Right. Oh, no, exactly. Like, as I tell people all the time, like, someone fucking someone else isn't the painful part. The betrayal of trust is the painful part.
Exactly.
Everyone you fucked is probably fucked somebody else. Is probably going to fuck somebody else after you.
Right.
Why does that matter? It doesn't.
Mm-mm.
The betrayal of trust is what fucking matters.
I feel like the emotional cheating is almost worse than the physical cheating.
Oh, no, 100% is.
Yeah.
Like, it is. Because at the end of the day, like, if you and I establish that, like, hey, we could fuck other people.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Whatever. If you go outside the rules, that's the problem.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah, you got to have boundaries. You got to have rules.
Right. And whatever, people in a relationship can agree to, that's the important part. That's the only thing that fucking matters.
Yeah.
And if your relationship is so fragile that you can't hang out with people that you're potentially attracted to,
right,
that's a problem.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Like, I could never be involved with anyone who's like, oh, you can't hang out with that girl because we're like, you don't trust me then.
Exactly.
If you don't trust me, don't be here. 100%. Do not fucking be here.
100%. Trust is everything.
Yeah.
Trust and honesty.
You know, I was a private investigator for a while, right?
Yeah.
I had friends like while I was doing PI work.
Slayer, PI.
Exactly. As comical as that is. I had friends who thought the significant other was cheating on them. Mm-hmm. And they wanted to hire me to like go do surveillance on them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no.
Right.
They're like, what do you mean no? I'm like, do you really want me to spend hundreds of dollars? Do you really want to spend hundreds of dollars on me to go pull surveillance on this person just to confirm what you already believe? You already don't trust them.
Oh, yeah.
Why are you still here?
Right.
You don't have property or children with these people.
Right.
There's no reason to stay in this relationship if you don't trust them.
Yeah.
At the point where you don't trust them, just get out. Like, at the point where you don't trust them, they might as well have cheated already. It doesn't matter.
Exactly. It doesn't matter.
You know, what? You're going to get your bias confirmed and then be like, fuck, I was right. Or you're going to just still have it in the back of your head, no matter what I find. If I find that they're a fucking nun.
Yeah.
And they're just going to church, you and home.
Yeah.
You're still going to have it in the back of your head that they're cheating on you.
Yeah. If
you don't trust someone, just don't be with them.
I agree 100%. Yeah, I'm very active on Reddit, and there's a subreddit, a sex worker subreddit, and there are so many women like post in that subreddit like, hey, I found my boyfriend or my fiance has OnlyFans like transactions on his credit card statement. Is that cheating? Is he cheating on me? Like, bitch.
I mean, what are the rules?
What are your rules of your relationship?
Exactly.
You know, like, personally, if I was in a relationship, personally, I would prefer that my partner first paid for his porn. Secondly, supported creators directly. And because my last relationship in 2020 ended because I was on the front page of Pornhub and he was perusing Pornhub and I'm on the front page getting railed. He saw it. He couldn't handle it. I'm like, then don't go on Pornhub. Pay for your porn. He likes like kink.com type shit. I'm like, go get a subscription to that website. Don't go looking for free porn if you are scared you're going to find me.
Well, why are you in a relationship with a performer if you're afraid you're going to find them?
That too. He was like, I thought I was okay with doing what you do until I actually saw it.
Well,
I'm like, well, that's your fault for, not that you sought it out, but you didn't not.
I get that. Like, my first relationship with a performer is like, it definitely, it didn't negatively affect the relationship. I didn't take it out of her. I didn't get upset with her. But like the first time, like she left Chicago to go shoot, like there was definitely like a, kind of a churning feeling in my stomach. Like I got over it. Like because this is what I signed up for.
Right. Did you communicate your feelings?
No, because at the end of the day, it's like, this is what I signed up for. I'd be a fucking hypocrite.
That's fair.
And it wasn't that serious. Like, we were dating. It's not like, this is my girlfriend. It's like, this is a girl I was banging and seeing for a minute.
Yeah, no, me and this guy had been together for a year. We'd lived together for like 4 months at this point.
Right. But I totally get, like, it's something you got to kind of condition yourself to. It's because it's outside the societal norm.
Yeah.
But if this is what you signed up for, it's irresponsible to take that out on your partner. This is what you signed up for. Don't freak out. If you realize this is not for you, be like, hey, I thought I could do this. This is not for me.
Yeah.
And go about your separate way. No fuss, no muss. Like, don't try to convince your performer partner that they need to quit what they're doing.
Right.
This is your issue.
Yeah, 100%.
And it's not for everybody. So many performers would be so much happier if they could be with dudes that are just honest about that they're good with it or not. Because the amount of dudes that are deluding themselves that they are good with it and then fucking freak out.
Yep.
And then want to like, oh, no, let me save you from this life. Or just go be a girl performer. Like, that's somehow better. Like,
no, thank you.
The hypocrisy of like, it's okay if you fuck girls, but as long as a penis doesn't go inside you. Like,
right. No, thank you.
But you're still having sex with other people. Like, what's the fucking difference?
I don't understand man logic sometimes.
It's not logic. It's purely emotional.
Yeah.
That is a purely emotional societal response.
That's fair.
Because, society says like, oh, you're my girl. Like,
yeah, monogamy.
Monogamy. Well, and though women are not viewed as property anymore.
Yeah, I mean, they kind of are still.
Society still kind of instills like, oh, that's my wife. That's my girlfriend. Like,
right. My wife. Sorry. Borat. That was a really bad Borat impression.
It's okay. I got it. Oh.
My wife. I can't do it.
My wife.
It's so bad. I can't do it.
So bad. But society still ingrains in us like, oh, when you're in a monogamous relationship, they're like, that's my person. Like, I have some ownership over them or some shit. Like,
right.
No, you don't. You're in a situation where like, you have to both be okay. Like, you both have to have your boundaries. And if someone being a performer is outside your comfort zone, outside your boundaries, just admit it to yourself.
Don't lie to yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
And I've been talking about this recently. It's just like, the friend zone doesn't exist.
I think having friends of the opposite sex is very beneficial to both parties.
Oh, I agree. But as long as your intentions are honest.
Absolutely.
There are definitely women in my life that are like, oh, I'm attracted to, I'd love to have sex with. Like, be fun to date them at some point. But I'm not upset that we're not doing those things.
Right.
Like, oh, you're legitimately my friend. And some of them, once I got to know them better, I'm like, I'm really glad we were never romantically involved.
Yeah.
Like, I may have told this story, but this is like a female friend of mine who got introduced from some mutuals. Like, I was super about her when I first met her.
Yeah.
Super, super cute. She's a DJ.
Ooh.
Like, the first night we met was like at Jumbo's Clown Room, and like
love Jumbo's.
Hallucinogens came up. She's like, I got some acid in my pocket. Would you like some? I'm like, yes.
That's another drug I've never done.
Oh, it's a time commitment.
I've heard.
But we did acid. Like, I'm like, you are so much fun. You are an awesome person.
Yeah.
I am all about you. And then it's like, oh, turns out you believe in QAnon.
Oh no, that happened to me too actually recently. I met this guy in Vegas this past AVN. He was my Uber driver. We had, 30 minute Uber ride. We had great conversation. He was super cute. When I got out, he was like, oh, what are you in town for? I'm like, oh, I'm here for the AVNs. He's like, oh, when I got out, I was like, yeah. I was like, you can look me up on social media if you want to reach out. We should go grab a drink. He's like, okay, cool. What's your name? I'm like, Jordan Maxx. He's like, okay, cool. 20 minutes later, I get a DM from him.
Of course.
His Instagram stories, he is all about chemtrails. I'm not kidding.
I know you're not.
He's like, look at these chemtrails in the sky. They're coming for the sun. Like, blah, blah, blah. They're poisoning us. I'm just like, okay, block. Not interested. Can't do it.
Well, with that girl, I am still her friend and I love her to death.
Okay, good. Yeah.
But
there are, yeah.
It's just like, oh, this is a giant deal breaker for any romantic involvement. Like
100%.
Love her to death, like, would do anything for her. But like the moment it was just like, oh, nope, that is not where I want to be. Mm-hmm. Not where I want to be at all.
Right.
One of my friends ended up dating her for a little while. Like when he met her, her and I were out at a bar together. He's just like, am I? I'm like, no, go.
You're like, all you, buddy.
And after the fact, he's like, dude, you could have warned me.
Wingman? Oh.
You could have warned me about the QAnon stuff. I'm like, yeah. You were into her, she wanted to fuck you. Like, who am I to get in the way of that?
Right.
I'm not going to cockblock my friend. She wanted to fuck you. The first thing she said when she saw you was like, he's hot. I'm like, then I will help you make this happen.
There you go. I will seal the deal.
I will help you seal the deal. Like,
yes.
Because you're my friend.
Absolutely. I'm the same. I do the same. I love connecting my friends. It's the best thing ever.
When it works out, okay. Like,
when it works out.
Both of them have given me some shit over that. Like, what the fuck? I'm like, you two both wanted to bone. Like, don't
make it any deeper than that.
Well, they dated for half a minute.
Oh, okay.
But it's like, you both really wanted to bone. I just helped enable that to happen. It's against my religion to stop people from wanting to have casual sex.
Absolutely.
You two want to fuck? Cool.
Be safe. Not my business.
Right? They're not performers. Like, whatever.
That's
like,
fair.
You're not potentially infecting the pool. I don't care. I'm not going to fuck either one of you. So have at.
There you go. That's amazing.
If I felt I wasn't getting what I wanted out of that relationship, I would have been like,
peace out.
Dudes that are pining after some girl that has no romantic interest in them, you're the one to blame, bro.
Yeah.
Literally, like, if you are not getting what you want, just fucking leave.
Move on.
Right.
There's so many fish in the sea.
If they're an awesome person, just hang out and be awesome with them. Like,
right. It shouldn't be complicated.
But it is. Because people's egos can't fucking handle that shit.
Absolutely. It's an ego thing. Definitely an ego thing.
Because everyone's the hero of their own story. And like, unfortunately,
everyone's the main character.
And unfortunately, like fairy tales, movies, all that shit, the main character always gets the girl. Mm-hmm. If you've been indoctrinated to, oh, I'm the main character, why am I not getting the girl? Because it's the real world, dude.
Yeah.
Not fucking written by fucking creatives.
Right. Sorry, bro.
And if you live life in the really real world, then be like, oh yeah. Doesn't always work out with the happy ending. Sometimes the surprise twist is much more entertaining.
Absolutely. Do it for the plot.
Oh yeah. Do it for the bit. Do it for the bit.
Commit to the bit.
100%. Man. I've had some of the dumbest, wildest times at AVN. Just like, oh, I guess this is just happening.
I had a great time. I had a threesome at AVN this year with a very popular rapper and one of my girlfriends. It was fun. It was awesome. It was exciting. It was random. Nice. I was like, he hit me up. We've been like in contact. I would go as far as to say we're like buddies. We're like pals.
I mean, your genitals have rubbed. I hope you're friends at least.
Yeah. But yeah, we're hanging out. The three of us are hanging out in his hotel room. We're like drinking, we're smoking, we're just chilling. And then one thing leads to another. And it's like, okay, let's do this. It was my first girl, boy organic threesome.
That's awesome.
Which was really exciting because I've only had girl, boy threesomes on film. But it was fun. And my girlfriend's hot. Ugh, got such a girl crush on her.
Does she know that?
She can get it. Yeah.
Okay.
She's like, I got a girl crush on you too. I'm like, yo, you and me, we should just do threesomes all the time. Like, why not?
Right?
No, I love her.
I mean, and there's absolutely fucking nothing wrong with that.
No, absolutely not. We're safe. We all showed our test results. We all we're good.
Exactly. Now, who'd the rapper finish in?
Her.
Aw.
It was okay because they were like, because he and I have like a history. We don't have like a history, but we've been in contact. We've hung out a few times but this is our first time hooking up.
Okay.
But we've had like a friendship for like a year and a half.
Okay.
She's just getting over a really bad divorce and he's getting over a really bad breakup. So I kind of like, they like had a vibe. They like connected on that level. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And I'm just over here. Like I sat in the cuck chair for some of it, in the hotel room.
You're flicking the bean.
Yeah. I was just like, I got to rehydrate. I was sitting in the cuck chair, just drinking water and like rubbing it out. But no, I'm happy. I was happy for them. They're both awesome people and they both got what they needed. And I'm happy that I was a facilitator for that.
Right. Because why would you not want to have your friends have orgasms?
Right, exactly. Why would you not want your friends to feel good and be happy?
Exactly. Like,
I love playing the wingman. I'm not going to lie.
100%. And like,
as single as I am, I will play wingman anytime.
Well, because you can't force people to be into you.
Right.
A good example is there's a friend of, she's a friend of mine, but like she started off as a bartender that I was into and like we were very flirtatious and like I'm about this girl. A buddy of mine comes in from down in Texas and we go to our bar, we hang out and they're hitting it off.
Yeah.
And like, I like, dude, go for it. He's like, no,
exactly, yeah.
Like, but man, you're into her. I'm like, yeah, you can't call dibs on people. She's obviously into you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she's obviously, you can't, what the fuck is this stupid shit, dude?
Right.
You're into her. She's into you. I would be a bad friend to be like, no, man, I call dibs on this person who does not want to fuck me.
Yeah, totally.
They thankfully hooked up. Like, they banged on my couch.
There you go. Good for them.
And I'm still friends with her. Like, I think she's coming to the party on Friday. Like,
nice. Can't wait to meet her.
Yeah, she's good people. Like,
yeah,
she's legitimately my friend. And like, I don't understand why dudes get this like property fucking hang up. Like, I saw her first, bro.
No, I hate that.
Women get agency on who they get to have sex with. So
100%.
If you're like, I'm here with my friend, and you're like, I'm into your friend.
Yeah.
I'm a bad person being like, no, bro. I saw her first. Like, no.
Don't do that.
Don't
do that.
You're a shit person.
Yeah.
You are denying your friend a good time. And if you really care about the other person, you're denying them a good time too. That's shit.
Yeah. Everybody should just like want their friends to be happy and have fun all the time.
Right.
That's what life's about.
Right.
It's hard enough as it is with, we're not supposed to be participating in capitalism. We're not supposed to have jobs. We're supposed to be eating fruit by a river and enjoying our time and dancing and painting and doing art. We're not supposed to be doing spreadsheets and emails.
I mean, by that logic, we're not supposed to be doing podcasts either.
I think podcasts are an acceptable form of art.
I'm glad you approve. I'm glad you approve, Joel.
But you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying. I might have gone a little too, I don't know.
No. Historically, we have many fucking years of just being out naked, fucking hunting fucking animals and like.
Right. You go to an art museum, you see all the Renaissance art, all the women like dancing in the forest in a circle.
But also, they were property at that point. So,
yeah.
Like, you look at my woman the wrong way, I get to murder you.
Yeah. That's right.
And that shit's still ingrained in some fucking people.
Yeah. It's terrible. It's awful.
And I'll admit,
bums me out.
Over the course of my life, I've definitely been that dude once or twice. Like, I definitely was out like drinking with a girl I was seeing, and like some dude started hitting her while I was sitting there, and I was like, "Yo, man, I am right here."
Yeah.
And it's a weird situation because it's like, on one hand, you have your own agency,
right?
You should be like, "Oh, I'm here with him."
Mm-hmm.
But on the other hand, I know many women who'd be like, well, "Why didn't you say shit?"
Yeah, double-edged sword, kind of.
It is at times.
Yeah. Because, you got to really feel out the vibe. And You have to know how you should respond. Like, you have to know how they are to know how you should respond, if that makes sense.
Oh, it definitely does. I mean, you should definitely read the room. But the problem is, that was pretty new. And it was just like, I didn't really know how to act. But at the moment, I was just like, yo, man, not feeling this. And it wasn't like she was even being receptive. I wasn't upset with her in any way, shape, or form. It was just some dude hitting on her while I was literally like, here with her. I'm like, and he backed off immediately. So thankfully it wasn't a thing.
There wasn't like an altercation.
Right.
Good.
Thankfully I'm a fairly sizable dude.
Yeah.
So,
you're a big dude.
Yeah. So it's just like, yo, man.
You're a little intimidating.
That can't be.
Yeah.
You scared of me, Jordan?
No. No, because you're intimidating. You're just a big teddy bear.
Don't tell the internet that shit.
Tell the internet that. Don't blow my cover.
Right? Fuck. What are you doing?
I mean, you're scary. You're ooh. I don't want to get on your bad side. Never want to get on your bad side. Ooh.
But yeah, I'm like, it's still a difficult waters to navigate to this day. Like,
yeah, the human experience, it's complex.
It is because like, I definitely know some women like that I've been involved with who are like, I think it's a bitch move for a dude to ask permission. I want him to like ask forgiveness. Like, I mean, that's toxic as shit. But
toxic.
I was still there.
I get it.
And sex got a little rough, and she's just like, whoa, I wasn't expecting that. I'm like, you told me to ask forgiveness.
Right. Yeah. No, I get it. It's tough.
Yeah.
It's a fine line.
Yeah. And I definitely know some women who were just like, want the old school machismo. And then I know many more women who are like, that's gross.
Yeah.
And you just got to know who you're with.
Everyone's different.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to communicate. Communication is at the core of all issues. Like, yeah. One of my friends hit me up because he's having sex life problems with his wife. And I'm like, yo, have you talked to her about it? He's like, no, I can't really talk to her about it. I'm like, that's your wife. You're spending the rest of your life with her. You're having a baby with her. You got to be able to communicate with her.
How are you not communicating with the person you're fucking on the regular?
Exactly.
Like, fuck the ring. Fuck the societal norms. This is the person that you are fucking on the regular. How are you not discussing sex with her?
Right. He's like, well, we just never really have. We've just always kind of gone with it. I'm like, dude, no, you got to talk about. I was like, I gave him like referrals to like sex therapists in the city. I was like, you guys got to figure shit out. Cause like, I love you, dude, but I can't, I'm not qualified for this.
Well, and at the end of the day, you don't know what she wants, what she likes.
Right. I don't know shit about her.
Right.
I know him. We've been friends since we were about 20. But like, I'm super happy for him. They're great together.
Apparently not so great.
Well, but I'm just like, yo, communication is just at the core of everything.
Yeah.
Relationship-wise, friendship-wise, romantic relationship, business-wise, you got to communicate.
100%. And if you can't be honest with people, like, it ain't going to work. Like, I had some falling out with some old friends from Chicago because we had the trip to Columbia I was talking about earlier. Like, I apparently was being an asshole, and I didn't realize it at the time. I didn't catch that I was being a fucking dick.
Yeah.
And instead of confronting me about like that I upset people.
Yeah.
It was just like passive aggressive bullshit. And
I hate that.
And I caught that like there was something. I'm like, I examined myself. I'm like, oh shit, man, I didn't realize I was being a dick here. I apologize for it. Supposedly buried the hatchet. And then no, just shady behavior and like still upset about it. Like, then why'd you fucking say that you accepted the apology?
Right.
Like, I came hat in hand, like, I admitted I did wrong. If you don't accept it, just fucking say it.
Right.
I don't understand why people are fucking like that. Like,
yeah, like, I'm not saying I'm an Aries, so we're kind of headstrong. I don't mind confrontation, but a lot of people just get scared. Like, not even confrontation. It's not even confrontation, really. It's like, let's just clear the air.
I don't think it's confrontation at all. Where like, hey, man, I didn't realize I was being a dick here. I was in the wrong.
Yeah.
Like, are we good?
Yeah.
Oh, we're good. No, apparently we're not.
That's a bummer.
Yeah.
Total bummer.
But it is what it is. Like, I no longer get what I want out of that relationship, so I fucking
move on.
I divorced myself from it.
There you go.
Like,
yeah, you got self-care. Yeah. Like we were talking about earlier, you got to take care of yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and you're mental, and you're physical, and you're emotional.
Yeah, there is no space in life for toxic relationships just because you have a history with someone.
Fair. Absolutely. I agree.
Because in the olden times, people fucking move apart like every 7 years or so.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I had a best girlfriend since we were 19. Last summer, she stole my credit card.
She at least buy fun stuff with it?
No, she spent $200 on DoorDash. Like over 5 different transactions before Amex called me and was like, hey, fraud alert, because it was my work credit card that I only use for flights. And they're like, hey, these DoorDash, like, blah, 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 they don't make sense.
That's not Delta.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, yeah, so fuck. I'm like, dude, if you needed $200 for groceries, you could have just said something.
Right.
But like, yeah, it's bonkers. It's bonkers. The lengths people go to.
Well, I don't know if it's the human condition or like how people are conditioned to do it, but it's just like people just have like, oh, we have history together, so I should put up with their bullshit. I'm like, no.
It goes back to trust.
Right.
You steal my credit card? How am I supposed to trust you around any of my shit?
100%.
You could have fucked up my credit for life. Like, you could have gone on a shopping spree at Nordstrom. I don't fucking know.
Well,
you know?
They
like,
stole from you. Like,
exactly.
How can I trust you in my home?
Exactly.
You fucking like, yeah, you cut that person off fucking immediately.
They're done for. Dunzo.
It's one of those things where like, I don't understand how people stay in toxic relationships. I just don't. I don't get it.
Now that I'm older, I don't, because I've been in my fair share of toxic relationships.
I mean, I have to.
Now that I'm older, it's as soon as I see a red flag, I'm out.
Yeah.
You know, depending on, you know, if it could be like a red, you know, if it's a red flag, I'm out. If it's like pink or orange, I'm like, we'll see.
What are your red flags?
Being QAnon.
Right.
To go back to that.
I mean, that was a huge one.
Yeah. QAnon or MAGA. Red flags, just, their relationship with their mom. How they have, like, how their relationship with their mom is. If they have a good relationship or like a bad, like, do you know what I mean? Like, their relationship with their mom tells me a lot about a person and how they were raised and like how they treat women. So that's another like green flag, red flag situation. Their drinking habits, their drug habits, green flag, red flag situation.
Well, I'll enjoy my red flag over here.
You're fine.
Aw.
But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Like when it's out of control.
Yeah.
Well, and I've definitely I've dated a couple of those women where it's just like, oh, I like to party and have a good time. Oh, you're out of control.
Right. Yeah. It's like, oh, okay. It's like, what are your red flags?
Oh, well, I mean, being an out of control substance abuser in any way, shape, or form. Like, I do not judge people that like, take drugs.
Yeah.
But
dabble in it.
And like at the point where any of those things are taking over your life.
If you can't pay your bills, if you can't buy groceries.
Right. Like if you're embarrassing every time we go out.
That too, yeah.
Because you can't handle your shit. That's a giant red flag.
Yeah.
I feel kind of weird about discriminating against people about this, but like weird dietary restrictions are becoming more and more of a red flag for me. Like,
okay,
if you're a vegetarian or a vegan, like, I like international travel. And there's so many times where I've been abroad where like, I don't know what I'm eating.
Right.
And if you're just like, well, we got to figure out my vegan option when we're in a fucking third world country.
Yeah.
This is not going to work.
Militant vegans are a red flag for me.
Oh, 100% they are.
Like if they're like, if they're really judgy and like, if they're really like I get it, do it for you. But if you're trying to push everybody you know into veganism under the guise of like animal cruelty, what about the immigrants who pick your vegetables and your fruits? Do you not care about their livelihoods more than like a cow's? Does that make sense? Because there's more trafficking in the agricultural business that, you know, like.
Or the ground nesting birds that get killed in fucking crop harvests.
Yeah.
Like, plenty of animals die just for your grain, too.
Yeah. I don't get it.
Like, and I'm on record. Factory farming is fucking gross.
Absolutely. 100%.
But delicious.
I grew up, my dad's parents had what they call a gentleman's farm. So they had like dairy cows and they had chickens for eggs and poultry. They grew corn, but they would like sell to the local market, or they would trade. Like to this day, their neighbors had beef cattle. Like my grandparents are both dead. Well, one of them is dead. One of them is dead to me.
Good enough.
We don't have to go into that.
I believe we did last time you were on the show, actually.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think we did. But their neighbors with the beef cattle still give us prime ribs for Christmas as a Christmas gift every year, you know? So they would trade with their neighbors like, oh, we've got corn. Oh, we got potatoes. Like, oh, we got peppers. We got tomatoes. Stuff like that. Like, I back that, you know? So factory farming, totally different scene.
It's totally gross.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, like I live in Los Angeles and I would still like a steak.
Yeah. That's fair.
If I could ethically source my fucking meat, I would.
Yeah.
But I also recognize that life fucking eats life. We have fucking canines for a reason.
Yeah.
Like,
you know where you can get a really good affordable steak, actually? Have you been to Tender Greens?
I mean, yeah, there's one down the street.
Yeah, get a steak plate with the mashed potatoes and a little side salad. So good.
Oh, I made my own.
$20. You make your own?
I made my own rad tri-tip earlier tonight.
Ooh, nice. Just on the grill. How'd you do it?
I baked it for 19 minutes aside.
Okay.
And then fired up the broiler for another 4.5 minutes aside.
Very nice.
Salt, pepper, garlic powder.
Oh, easy. Yum.
Nice fat cat. Yeah, it was fucking. Sorry, Jordan. I should have saved you some.
It's fine. I had steak yesterday.
If you're moving to town, I'll cook for you.
Cook for me when I'm here.
Yeah.
I love it.
All right. I will cook
like
for
my welcome to LA gift.
Right. I'll be like, here, have some steak.
Nice little dinner. Yeah. Perfect. Love it.
I will cook for you.
Awesome.
But, oh shit, we got to get you out of here.
Should we wrap this up?
Yeah.
Okay. We had a good conversation today.
No, this would have kept going. And I just looked at the time like, oh shit, you're past your heart out.
Good. Don't worry about it.
Okay, no, I'm not worried about it. Let's keep going.
No.
Fuck. We got to last call, Jordan. Where the fuck can we find you on the things?
JordanMaxx.com, Max with 2 X's. It's got my links to my Twitter, my Instagram. It's got my email, my OnlyFans, my Pornhub, anything you need. JordanMaxx.com. Super simple.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Jordan, it's always a pleasure.
Yes.
Now that she'll actually be here, and we'll do this more often after I make you steak and stuff. And like,
I would love to.
Awesome.
We should do a whole episode where we're just cooking.
My kitchen's not super set up for it.
Oh, I don't see that. Okay, yeah, you're right.
I tried to do that during the pandemic. I'm like, oh, this sucks for this.
Yeah, that's fair.
But, wherever you end up, we could use your kitchen.
Oh, sure. I'm down.
But until then, until next week, drink up, motherfuckers.
Drink up, motherfuckers.